as humans, since many people are either stuck at home or just choosing to stay home, and I thought, hey, let's do a video a day where we do stuff with the dogs, homeschooling our dogs. Yes. So I thought, I'll just record some stuff that I do with my dogs. I'll do a different dog every day. Whoops, dropped that. And I'll kind of maybe explain what I'm doing if you want to try doing this with your own dogs. So let's work on spin or twirl or whatever you want to call it. So what you're going to do is you're going to have some of their daily food in your hands. You don't need treats for this. You can just use daily food. If you want to use treats, you can. However, if you're using treats, make sure you get them as teeny tiny as possible. That way you're not overfeeding your dog. If you're doing treats on top of their daily food, then you just want to be careful that you don't give a lot of treats, or else your dog's going to get fat, and that's not okay. So if we're going to do a spin, let's make sure that we're in frame. He's of course going to go into his default sit and make eye contact and stuff because he wants to engage. Come a little bit farther. So, oh, thank you, Bubby. And look at that tail. So what you're going to do for a spin is you're going to take the food, good boy. You're going to take the food in your hand. He already kind of knows this. We're still just working on it and, fixing it up, making it better. So you get your dog following the food in your hand, right? And you can just, he's doing good, okay? This was really difficult the first time I taught him. So what you're going to do, you have them following the food in your hand, right? And you're just going to kind of go around them, get them to start turning. As they're turning, say yes! And let them eat the food as they're coming back around. So don't wait for them to go all the way around and then mark it. Otherwise, you're just marking the behavior of facing you. What you want to do is get them started on the movement. When they're about halfway, yes. And then let them come back all the way. So when they're, again, we're going to take our food in our hands. I'm going to show you how I hold the food because this is important. I put a little food in my hand. I put my thumb over it so that my dog has to push my thumb to get it. So if you hold your food like this, you risk the dog biting at your fingers. And especially if you have a puppy with really sharp teeth, that's not fun. So if you put it in your hand with your thumb kind of over it, they have to push to try to get it. And it doesn't hurt as much if they're super pushy and mouthy. Bentley's got a pretty soft mouth, so it doesn't even matter to me anyway if he's super pushy. But we take it, we're going to lead our dog, and he offers it down, that's fine. I'll just move backwards to get him to stand up. So again, mess that up, hang on. We'll get him halfway, yes. And then knowing that I have food, yeah, he'll come back the rest of the way. Halfway, yes. So I'm going ahead and releasing the food when we are halfway. And then I take my thumb off so that he can go ahead and grab the food, but then I just go ahead and bring my hand the rest of the way since he's following my hand anyway. So you're going to do that again. Yes. Then he'll go the rest of the way. Yes. Yes. Grab a little more food. We're just going to keep doing that. Once we have it to where he's going pretty well, then, halfway, I'll just keep going. Spin, yes. Spin, yes. So, spin, yes. Now with Bentley, like I said, he kind of knows this better, so eventually it'll turn into Bentley, spin, yes. You don't do that right away. You're just going to keep leading until you got it pretty good. Don't worry about naming it. Until you got really consistent movement. Spin, yes. Spin, yes. Oh, spin, yes. So that time, since he messed it up, I said yes halfway, but I waited to actually give him the food until he was in front of me, since he decided to just stop at halfway and not complete the spin. So then, you're just going to keep going with that. In the beginning, don't worry about phasing out the food, just get the consistent behavior. Spin, yes. Spin, yes. Spin, yes. Good boy. This is stuff that you can do with your dog. Okay guys, so I decided to go ahead and do a little bit with Halo for this video too, because I kind of wanted to show a difference. Halo is very high energy, high drive, and being that he is a working working line border collie. He's got the nippiness to him. He also tends to be a little bit more mouthy, whereas Bentley is very soft-mouthed. Halo can get a little rough at times. So I wanted to just show you that in teaching the spin with him, I had to go very, very slow and kind of just take a little bit of abuse on my hands at times. So, come here. So if you, I don't know if you'll see it, but he's like nipping the entire time, pretty much. And it's not hard. I have done, no, leave that. I've done work to try to get him to, well, to get him to understand that that's not okay for him to do that, LPA. Good boy, Essie. Good. And so, yeah, but there are times, even just a minute ago, I was working on his healing, and he got super, super into it and gave me a little nip whenever we started moving. To me, it's just something that I accept with that kind of energy and drive and that working mentality. If he gets to the point he's nipping me, it's because actually my energy is too high and I need to bring mine down lower so that I can keep him balanced. There's a rule that I heard that I thought was really good. It's like the 5-5 rule, and it's basically everything should equal, my energy and my dog's energy together should equal 10. So if my dog's energy level is really high, like at an 8, my energy level should be really low at a 2, so that we keep a balance of 10. If he's at a 5, I'm at a 5. If he's at a 2, I'm at an 8. If he's at a 3, I'm at a 7. If he's at a 10, I need to basically be a zombie, because if I bring more energy, then I can get a kind of out of control dog, or in his case, he gets a little nippy because he's just super excited and he's a border collie and it's what they do. Come here. Yes, the boy. So again, I don't know how much you saw of that, but he kind of had his mouth on my hand. Again, I don't care. He's not hurting me. I don't mind it, but I can fix it if I want to. Good boy. So he already knows this. He doesn't need to be lured. Sometimes I lure him just to work on that nippiness though, because he's wanting to nip at my hands, so I can, come here, simply by not reacting and slowing down my movements, and you can't see it, but just lowering my energy level to where, you know, if he's high energy, then I'm going to be like super chill and relaxed. That way he doesn't feel the need to like escalate more and nip. It actually chills him out. So your energy level, the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself to a dog, it matters a lot. You know, there are people who may not think it matters, but it does. Learning to regulate your own energy and emotions with different dogs is good, especially when you have multiple dogs of different energy levels and different drives. You have to really learn how to switch yourself back and forth at like a moment's notice. So you go spin. Yes, good boy. And see, no more nipping there because we relaxed him. But if I get him like super pumped up, he'll beat me up. So he's gonna go for my arm, I can tell. Yeah, there's with the nipping. Again, lots of nipping because I brought my energy up along with his energy. Got a little nip on my arm. So homeschool your dogs and homeschool yourself if you have a crazy dog. You know. So I bring my energy level back down, I relax. Good. No more nipping. So, teach your dog, teach yourself. I should say, in teaching your dog, recognize you're not teaching them anything, they're teaching you everything. So, if you're going to homeschool your dog, become a student. Learn from your dog, let your dog direct you in what you need to do, how you need to carry yourself and present yourself. There you go. All right, Hado. Oh, yay. Leave. Yes, good boy.